Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. This defense for the Jets, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They run it again with Chubb. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run.
3 defenders.
It shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's Jermaine Johnson stopping that play before it begins, dropping him for a loss. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Here's Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. The Jets have Braxton Berrios back deep. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5.
I don't think anyone thought we'd see a run facing second and that long, and that element of surprise, I think, helped make that play so successful. Nice effort on that carry, and it took what seemed like second and impossible, now has him within throwing range of a 1st down.
Yeah, he'll find Hall. Room here to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll need the 39 here for a 1st. This is 3rd down. Now Wilson. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Gosh, when you've got Deshaun Watson, Charles, executing a run-pass option, that puts the defense in a tough spot, does it not?
It does, and what I liked is that you called me this week, watching your own video, your own tape, and you said, I think the runner's going to pop a few this week because of what we...
And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a 1st.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Come on.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they get to that end zone real fast.
They'll set up the screen for Hall. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. On 2nd and goal, Wilson. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. C.J. Uzomah, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Jets are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Zerline good with a PAT. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Cleveland offense ready to go. The offense running out, and they are charged up ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work. That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. And here comes Berrios. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
Give to Hall running right. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Hall again on second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And on third down, the Browns going to go with a nickel set. Wilson. Open man is Uzama. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
So Wilson runs off, and now they will go to the man they call Greg the Leg, Greg Zuerlein. Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Browns drive about to get started. And you figure, Charles, they have enough time here in the first half, more than a minute, to put a drive together, at least get them in position to try a field goal.
Yeah, they've got all 3 timeouts at their disposal, so I'm actually thinking bigger. With those 3 timeouts, that amount of time on the clock, I'm thinking about trying to get a touchdown and settle for a field goal.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. A give running right is Chubb. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Throwing on third down, Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. 30, the 20. And all the way Touchdown, Cleveland. Amari Cooper, 77 yards. And the Browns will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead is now 14-10. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it. Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. On 3rd down, here's Hall. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Here's the Jets punter now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Into the booth, ready for quarter number. Going to get the football first in half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll give it to Hall to start the drive. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 64 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Play action. It's Wilson. That is caught. It's Uzama. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Another 1st down there as this one goes for 25.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Hall on a give up the middle. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly. And that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Wilson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure. And it's a loss of 6.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They'll run with Hall. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jets have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense. I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and making sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
And again, it's Chubb. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. Here's Berrios. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Jets will take over.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome.
And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he is going to lose yardage here. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now it's Watson. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 21 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And Chubb will try the middle here.
109 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They'll run with Chubb. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create, and if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
Set. Hey, no time now.
They hand off to their big tight end, and he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So a little extra time to ponder this 3rd and goal as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. David Njoku taking it in from a yard out. And the Browns have taken a 4th quarter lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Play action. Now Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wilson under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass?
Under pressure, they got him again. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
There's Hall bringing in another one. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. back to the ground with Hall.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
And the Jets are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Here's Wilson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now Wilson, eluding the pressure right. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Braxton Berrios from 4 yards out. And the Jets answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Zerline good with a PAT, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, and they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
2nd down, here's Chubb again.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Short gain last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely, this defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. To throw, Watson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off by Quan Alexander. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. And they take a knee. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Well, Brandon, they're getting to 2-0, and this time they're able to take a knee at the end and secure the victory.
Preseason, coach said their goal, they obviously want to win everything. He said, I think we can get off to a 3-0 start. Well, here they are looking at 2-0 right now. So on now is Greg Zuerlein in a pressure situation. This to swell the lead to 6. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over.
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for the Jets, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Signing off. That was the commissioner going down hard. Until next time, suckers.